Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. That's right. I know it's Saturday. I got a Saturday hat on. I've got a Saturday t-shirt on. It's totally Saturday. Well, then why are you working, Dave? Because Dave doesn't rest when the news is breaking. And we've got Pieper calling out fat shaming while on vacation with Brendan. She also says that she loves him publicly. So I don't know what's a bigger story, her calling out the fat shamers or her saying she loves him publicly. We're going to get into it. I'm going to play her video that has since kind of elapsed. She posted it as a story. We saved it. We're going to play it. And by all means, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and like this video. If you're watching this on a Saturday and you should be mowing the lawn, like the video an odd number of times, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're inching our way to 50,000. So we'll get right into it. Here's how it goes down. She posts this photo, to me, looking like a beautiful goddess, okay? When you're a jury on a trial, the idea is that they look for juries that don't know anything about the person's information leading up to that. So I want people to watch Pieper as if they didn't see what happened on Bachelor in Paradise. Now, hold on a second. I know we're supposed to hate Brendan and Pieper, but my channel's all about sort of hosing down the wildfires where we can. Now, can we be against fat shaming and also feel like Natasha got a raw deal from Brendan? Absolutely. Brendan lost hundreds of thousands of Instagram followers because Brendan and Pieper broke down the fourth wall and talked about the strategy that they had on Bachelor in Paradise. Well, I interviewed Game of Roses podcast yesterday, Bachelor Clues and Chase Pace. Do I have that right? Chase Pace. That sounds... Pace Case. Wow, my sister's name's Chase. Pace Case and Bachelor Clues yesterday. That interview will be up next week while I'm on vacation on Thanksgiving. It's a great one. Great one. Stick around for that. But they just talked about the BS of the whole show. Like, everyone knows they're there for followers. If you can find love, great. So assuming Pieper and Brendan were excited about the exposure they would get, great. Obviously, they messed up. They apologized. A lot of people didn't think it was maybe deep enough. Maybe Pieper didn't apologize as much as Brendan. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what went down. All I know is they're still together. They're on vacation. They're sharing their love, and she was responding to some comments that she got. So she posts this. Now, obviously, here come the comments, right? The negative comments come. I showed this to my fiance Tasha, who's a fit model. She knows everything there is to know about how dresses wear. Pieper is looking gorgeous here, right? There's obviously a shadow the way the sun hits her body. There's a shadow around her belly. I think women naturally want to find out if someone's pregnant. Are you pregnant there? You don't ask those things. Not women, men too, of course, everyone. So anyway, she looks like a sun goddess. There's Brendan posting, some like that little like, oh shoot, you're cute, right? They're a good-looking family. Let's listen to what she had to say from the haters, and we'll talk more about this after. Here's what she has to say after receiving some pretty nasty comments that she got regarding her own body.
Really honest with you guys and tell you, like, when I post a story and I even use a filter, like anything like that, and when I post pictures on my Instagram, I edit the color of them, but I don't edit my body or anything like that. And the picture I just posted where I was like, oh, I look great in this picture, love it, didn't edit my body, never do. People are telling me that I look chunky, asking if I'm pregnant. I'm not. I get bloated when I fly, and so like that's just what it is. That's just me. That's my body. But like, it's taken a lot for me to become comfortable in my body and like okay posting a picture where I don't have like a completely flat stomach. And so yeah, like that shit hurts. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, that does not feel good to have people.
So I'll play the rest of it in a second. People go, oh, she was such a mean girl on Matt James' season. Oh, she was horrible on Bachelor in Paradise. Look, we don't know what people go through in their own lives, just like she doesn't know what Natasha's going through and you're going through and I'm going through. Maybe she got some humility from this experience and realized, oh, maybe she's coming off a certain way. She's recently started talking about all the anxiety that she has and ways to overcome that. She's a human, and her DNA, it's trying its best with the information it has. Did that translate to mean girl vibes? Maybe. Yes, sure. Did it translate to looking horrible on Bachelor in Paradise and being there for the wrong reasons, all these things? Yeah, sure. Does that mean she needs to be written off as a horrible being? No. Does that mean you have to follow her? No. You can decide not to follow her whatsoever. It certainly doesn't mean people should comment on her body in a negative way.
People be like, you look chunky, you look pregnant. I just don't understand. I don't understand that thought process, tearing someone down, calling them fat, like none of that. And for all the positive comments, like, thank you so much. Like, I see you, I appreciate you, all of that. It's just unfortunate because, like, when you're insecure about something and people are commenting on something that you're insecure about, that screams louder in my head because, like, my body is something that I've been insecure about on and off in my life, and I am finally, like, very confident in who I am. And I'm okay posting a picture, you know, that's not like flat stomach or whatever it is. I'm like, this is me, like, whatever, but it is still an insecurity of mine and something that I'm working through. And so, you know, that negative comment is going to scream louder. But if someone's going to comment that, I'm like, if you're going to tear another woman down based on her body, or a woman down based on her body, I'm deleting that comment, because not only do I not need that negativity to be internalized for myself, like, you never know how that's going to trigger somebody else who may see your comment. So, like, if you feel the need to say something, keep it to yourself, because nobody else needs that negativity to be spread. I'm sorry. That's what it is.
That's what it is. And then look at this. Happy birthday, Brendan, the only person I know who wears sneakers and socks to the beach. So she posts a photo with Brendan. There they are. And let's see what she has next. And there's another photo of Brendan there, a little wedgie, got a nice teal.
And how are you?
A massage.
Ready
right,
for
so
a
it looks.
massage?
I am.
Oh, we hear Brendan in the background.
It's okay. We can just.
And then so they get their massage, and then she posts some, whatever the next, sponsor is. So look, people might say, hey, why is she going to talk about not tearing other women down when Brendan tore down Natasha? And I just say this. We don't rewrite the history. We move forward. So she and Brendan experienced something you and I will probably never experience. Shame and being ostracized from the community that initially gave you a lot of love. Now, maybe not a lot of love for Pieper, but Brendan was like it guy, right? And I'm not saying they need to be welcomed back with open arms. I'm just saying you got to call out the BS when you see it. And boy, is that some BS for people to be commenting on her body. But we know hurt people, and people think, oh, I can comment on her body because that, and then I've got this place of moral superiority. We need to remember, you know, all of our shit stinks, okay? Even beautiful people are insecure about things. I believe my fiance is the most beautiful woman in the world. I truly do. I believe she's the most beautiful, kind and caring person in the world. She's got plenty of insecurities about her body because from an early age, she's been objectified by older men. And as soon as she hit puberty, before mentally she was feeling like she was a woman, people looked at her that way. And that's also another problem that we have when with a lot of purity culture, when they're like, cover it up. What are you showing your, this and that for? It's like you're traumatizing people and giving them issues they're going to have for the rest of their life. So speaking of another couple that everybody hated, or at least Rachel, everyone hated, and some people still do. I gave up sugar for 21 days, so I just wanted to share this. This is Rachel Kirkconnell eating a sugar cookie, any chocolate chip cookie. She doesn't eat the crust. I would cancel her over this. Doesn't eat the crust.
The edge.
Matt's like, what are you doing?
Right here that I'm savoring.
Now, obviously, this is a bit. They're having fun. How adorable. Speak for yourself.
Like,
How
why would
adorable.
why would anyone else? Like,
Whole
I'm
milk.
just confused. Like, why would anyone? Why would anyone not eat the edge of the? I'm just confused as to why someone wouldn't eat the edge and they would only eat the middle. What do you have to say?
The middle.
So I'm watching them eat cookies with not eating sugar the way like a sober person watches a movie where people are, partying, like reminiscing about the good days. I'm like, oh, that must have been nice.
Was soft.
So she doesn't eat. That's breaking news if I've ever heard it. Breaking news, Rachel Kirkconnell with problematic behavior here as she doesn't eat the crust on her cookie. What are you doing? Give it to me. There's poor kids in inner city Detroit that would eat that crust in a second. All right. Okay. How do I turn this off? All right, there it is. All right. Good, fun story there. So people left comments, and I posted mine. Let's see if my comment's on here. I basically posted, I made a whole topic about my, like anything good, I like to make it about me. I said I gave up eating. I don't know if there's a comment here. I said, I gave up eating sugar for 3 weeks and I've lost 7 pounds. And then, here we go. Currently on day 12 of a 21-day no sugar challenge, and this is triggering. Side note, down 7 pounds. And then someone goes, 7 pounds in 12 days. Makes sense. You're a man. And I go, patriarchy. It's just water weight. Anyway, 7 pounds of solid gold is worth $179,000. Well, too bad I didn't lose 7 pounds of gold. I lost 7 pounds of fat. Actually, a lot of water. All right. So, and is this, do I have anything else here? What is this? All-time low ratings this week. Oh, we don't really have much to say about that. Ratings are historically low for the franchise. The show lost the demo just like it did since episode 2 and was the worst performing show out of the 4 major networks during the time slot. Lost to The Voice, FBI on CBS, and The Resident on Fox. What's The Resident? It was literally the worst rated and least watched show on the 4 major networks. It's very hard to use the cord cutting and decline of cable argument when other networks and shows are clearly doing better on a relative basis. Is Clayton's season going to be the last, or will travel in the original time slot improve things? The original time slot will for sure improve things. And of course, Clayton with a small white base that probably isn't giving someone that doesn't look like them a shot. We have to, demographic. I'm not saying this is right, but it exists. There's a portion of the Chris Harrison fan base, as we like to call them, that's like, all right, I'm done. And they'll come back for Clayton. You know what I mean? So maybe people just needed to season off at Michelle's expense. And it's probably a bunch of different little things here. I wanted to cover that story because I don't have time to get into everything here. But I do remind you guys that we need to, I feel like I'm the guy, the Titanic's going down, and I'm the guy holding a bunch of life jackets yelling, "Women and children first!" while the rest of the crowd is going mad. I'm not saying I'm not a part of the mad crowd. I'm just saying we need to recognize problematic behavior and understand that just because we're hiding behind, it's cowardly. It's cowardly to comment these things to these people. It's cowardly to comment, and people go, "Wow, you got to voice my opinion." It's like, all right, look, if someone does something you don't like, call that out. There's plenty of people in the franchise that, like Tasha, for example. People think I don't like Tasha. There's this one troll that named Susan who everything I post, she comments something negative. "Hi, Susan, how are you?" There's 3 good Susans and one troll Susan. And I don't mean troll in a physical way. I mean to describe an agitator in the comment section. And she thinks I hate Tasha. And I go, look, Tasha's fine. I bet you I'd have a good time with her and have a good conversation with her. But when I see something on the show, I call it out. If I think she's not a good podcast host, I call out how mailed in these clickbait podcasts are. If I talk about her PPP loan, I call that out. I'm going to have another video coming out about Tasha. She left some comments about coming out of the hospital, so we'll see what that's all about. I wish her the best. I've always enjoyed. I actually always enjoyed Brendan and Pieper's story before Bachelor in Paradise happened. I'm interested to see how it all plays out. They can find love and redemption and humility, whilst at the same time Natasha can go on with her life and pursue her happiness. It's not mutually exclusive. So when it comes to picking sides, I reject that notion. There's no sides to be picked. We just hope that everyone can understand that hate exists out there, overcome it with love, and don't tear each other down. All right, folks, that's Saturday Morning Dave. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.